evening, good morning, good afternoon, gentlemen, wherever you are on the seas and on this rock. Captain Pizzazz here. This is not the video that I promised in the little update, but I'm making a video just to show you what's going on in the shop a little bit, and just so you know, I didn't go MIA, all that good stuff. So, alright guys, we'll start off on the desk first. We did some OCD goodness the other day. Organized all our bolts and everything for when the Saab cylinder head gets back. Everything's pretty much in order of operations. So like first thing, once we get the cylinder head back, we can, actually this will be over here because the engine won't go back in with that on. So, we got cylinder head bolts. These are brand new. Those are stretch type, so you got to buy brand new ones. All the things. This is for the cover for the cylinder head, spark plugs. And then we also organized the parts. So we just got a nice row of Saab parts going on down here. And uh-oh, I left my battery plugged in. I hope it didn't burn up. Anywho, so there's the row of Saab parts. Let me stop this so I can get that unplugged. Alright guys, so first thing on the list, got a new whiteboard. Much bigger, much better. The boy got it for me for Christmas. No, I don't have kids. Oops, I dropped my power supply. Excuse the crazy camera work. But as you can see, we got divided up into sections. All the things we think of. It's good that it's been raining here where I live, because I had this little mark right here with this magnet. It's a magnetic one, so I could put magnets on it, mark things, hang little whatevers. But the sunroof drains. It's been raining, and I did power wash the car when it was nicer. It's like 55 degrees out 2 weeks ago, and then this week it started raining. And after I power washed it, there was some water inside the car. So I thought, okay, sunroof drains. Let's check them, make sure. Hopefully I didn't ruin the seal for the sunroof with the high pressure. And thank God I didn't, because there was no water in the car at all. So the drains are probably clear, and the seal is probably fine. But I will still check it to make sure. Definitely need vacuum hoses for this car. They're all crispy as all get. Here's the list for the boat, which we're trying to get in here. And then the list for the 9.3. And then random shite. We don't have anything in random shite because we don't really have any random shite right now. So anyways, there's the new whiteboard. Alright gentlemen, so over here is what we have been working on for our car, because we don't have a cylinder head. So this box I made out of this I believe it's 3/16, and you'll see what these parts are for in a minute. This 3/16 ply, that is a piece of it cut out for a second boat that I was going to build. The first one is at a different location in storage, so there's no room here. But anyway, so this is towards the back of the, this is towards the back of the car, and then this is towards the front of the car. And what was on it was something like this, and it was covered with carpet all the way around. Over here we have the lid. The lid went on something like that. Let me get this piece of random wood out of here. Okay, so there's a lid, and then it opens up. You can store. I have a thing that holds fuses, and I store my bathing suit and whatever else in there when I'm out and about. Well, this one that I built fits the 9.3. It doesn't fit the 9.5 wagon. So over here is what these parts are for. So we're going to get into building this to fit the wagon. Since the cylinder head is coming back in a day or two, we have to get this project done and get it out of here. So let me set up the camera in a better position, and we'll come right back. Alright gentlemen, so we're on the work table. So basically what we're going to do, these are the wings that go around the box. And this will be trimmed off, of course. I don't know if you can really see the shape. Let me take the camera and get it way up here. So right there, it'll be trimmed that way. That is where the tailgate of the wagon is, and then it's the same on the other side where it needs to be trimmed. So right here and on the other side, we're gonna epoxy some pieces on so it'll go the full length of that box. And then once it goes the full length of the box, we can attach it to the box. And then once we attach it to the box, on the underside, we'll reinforce it with another layer of this and some of this. I believe this is 6-ounce glass. Comes on a roll. Let me get the roll and show you. So here's the roll of the fiberglass. Cuts really easy. Cuts nice. I'm going to give a shout out to where I bought it from. I don't know if they're still open, but here is the distributor where I got it from. Fiberglassite.com. They're pretty cheap. So the first thing we're going to want to do is wet out these surfaces. I might have to sand those a little. That's alright. So let's see. Put that there. So we'll mix up a batch of epoxy. And as you guys, I don't know if you've seen the other videos. I show how to mix up epoxy in there, 1 pump each. I'm going to use the fast hardener, so we're using West System epoxy. Let me take you over there and give you a show what we got going on. Alright, so shout out to West System now. And these people, I'm not sponsored by anybody in these videos, so we are going to use, of course, West Systems 105 resin and the 205 hardener, because we want this stuff to get done. So, and it's, you know, 65, 70 degrees in the shop, so it's fine. Now this job we don't need to be perfect with because it's going to get covered with carpet, hopefully. I've been searching for some carpet at the box stores and they seem to be out of black. So let me mix up some epoxy and we'll get to it, guys. Alright guys, so there we go. We're just getting it mixed together. Put on some gloves because epoxy can be messy. Make sure if you're doing jobs with epoxy to wear the old clothes you don't like. Epoxy will age like the hardener will age and turn a nice wine color, I guess. But, oops, almost spilled her there. But, I believe that goes away when it hardens and it gets clear. And I love the smell of epoxy in the evening. I think epoxy smells good, kind of like WD-40. I think both of them smell good. But yeah, you give it a good stir for a few minutes. And of course we have our plastic down on the bench, so then it will not stick to the board underneath. That's the going theory anyway. I've had it stick a little bit, it depends. You'll see the way I clamp this up, so hopefully it works out for us. Alright, that should be good. I'm going to wet it out now. And then we'll add some thickening agent. So I'm just going to use a foam brush today because I can't find one of the chip brushes. It's not really ideal, but just kind of dip it in there. See how it's not ideal, gentlemen? Kind of soaks it up more than I want it to. But get her wet out quickly because this is the fast. Okay, that's wetted out. And I'm going to wet out my pieces of reinforcement, I think, hopefully on the table. That's a good thing about having plastic on here. Okay, helps that you can wet out things a little easier and quicker. Okay, there's that. That's good enough for now. it is spreading nicely. So we'll keep wetting this out a little bit more. Let me get my arm out of the shot so you can see what the hell is going on. Okay. Hopefully you guys dig how I'm going to clamp this. I just thought of it on the way home earlier today. And yes, if you were wondering, the lawyer visit went well. I didn't have to fire him. So that is always a plus. So now what we're going to do, we'll leave this right here. And we'll take some 406. That's filler, bonding filler. And we get another stick so I can shovel some out of there. Alright, let me put you in the camera. Yeah, that looks like it's in the camera. So I'm just going to start shoveling some in there. I want it pretty thick. So I'll try 3 little scoops. Let me stir it in. Get it stirred up pretty good. See how it thickens right up? Oh yeah. That is what we are looking for. I think I put a little too much filler in, but it'll be alright. Now this stuff is really hard to sand. And so make sure if you're going to use this, put it where you need it, because it's really hard. It is definitely not easy like their Microlite fairing filler, which is, I believe, 410. I think that's the Microlite. I think they have a couple different ones. Alright. So see, that's peanut butter consistency, doesn't fall off the stick. So the next step, what I want to do, and this fills gaps too. You can make radius, fillets, all that good stuff with it. So what I'm going to do is spread it like peanut butter in the middle. That's where we need it. That is where we need it. I'll just spread it on the plastic. That'll probably be easier. That's going in there like I'm doing it. It'll probably gush right out on me anyway, so. Okay. We didn't end up with too much left over. Alright, let me close this up, because if this spills, I would cry. It's not very expensive. It's like 12 bucks for this container, but I really don't want the mess if I bump it. Alright. So now, since the clamping method that I'm using, it does not belong to me, I'm going to take these epoxy coated gloves off, and I'll get another pair when I need to touch the sheets. So here's what we're going to use. Pin nailer. So let's give this a try. I got it set on the lowest setting, and I turned the air down on the compressor so it's really low. It's not going to sink way far in, and we'll do it outside where the epoxy is. So let me try this out. Let me see if I can get you in here. So I'm going to do it outside the epoxy. It's a double trigger. So there, that side's fastened to the table. And that side's fastened to the table. So she is not going anywhere. And any bow in the work table itself will be taken into consideration in the clamping. Alright, so let's see what we get. Let us swoosh this together first. There, that's smooshed. Let me fill in the gap. Hopefully you can see that around my arm. I'm just kind of smoothing the gap. And then with my non-epoxy hand, let's pin nail that down. There. Now I'll do the same on the other side before I get my non-epoxy hand dirty. And then I can put on the sheets. Wow, little doggy. Puppies are in here with me. One of them's kind of farty right now. Holy shit. What you got going on inside you, dog? Alright, new glove. Pick up this. Since it's already wetted out, cut the length. Lay it right down. Get that one there, and then we can pump a little tiny bit more of epoxy, like one pump, just to wet it out a little bit better. See how it peels right up off there. There we go. We can trim all the hairies off later. See, now the reason why I'm going a little overboard on this and putting all these reinforcements and things like that is because when it was in the car itself, the two wings broke off. I thought this 3/16 would be stronger, but the two wings did kind of crack, but the carpeting held it together. So this one is going to be double layered of this plywood. Alright, just so you guys know, Weirdo 1 right here, this is Yang. And then here you go, guys. This is Weirdo 2. Or no, this is Yang. That's Yin. I got him confused, sorry. It's late. So this white and black, that's Yin, or Rue, that's her nickname. And this is Yang, because she's the crazy one. And that's Moo. So Rue and Moo. Yin and Yang. Anyway, guys, talk to you later. Alright, gentlemen, it is the next day. And as you can see, the epoxy is cured. Let me adjust the camera leg so it doesn't fall over. There we go, that's a little better. Excuse the crookedness. Theoretically, we should be able to just pull this straight up off the pin nails. Oh, look at that, working like a drain. A drain. And of course it didn't stick to our table because of our plastic. Let's go to the other side. Oh, this one's a little more stuck. There it goes. And there we have it. Let me get you zoom in. Here's the back side, guys. Not a lot of squish out. It's pretty damn solid. I don't want to break it at that little light corner there. I gotta be careful. Let me spin her around. And that's what we have. We'll trim her up and get another piece cut out just like this one. But now we can flip it over. Let's flip her over. Well, let's move her out of the way a little bit first. And then find all our little pin nails. Let's see. Here's one here. Basically, I'll just take these pliers. There's one. And these things are super tiny. Let me see if I can get you a shot of those. These are 23 gauge. I don't know if you can see that little DB on my, yeah, right there. That is tiny, tiny. So, alright guys, I brought over the box so you can see how this fits on here. This is set, so this will be the rear of the car right here on my side. So we'll take this board. Let's see how we did. There's that. We will have to trim her just a little bit, it looks like, with the hand plane. Just get her fit tight again, somewhere in here. I mean, this is all just kind of hand working it in. That's why we have clamps and things. I think if I do a little cleanup in here, it'll work out, I think. Maybe. We'll see. How do you know until you try, right, guys? Anywho, that's how it's supposed to fit. Maybe I have to cut a little notch or something over here. Just a little fan cut. Like a little triangle cut just to bring that in. That 1/4 inch, that'll work out too. That could be the next little project. I might have it backwards. Let me try it out. I think I have it backwards. Oh yeah, I do. Because I have it upside down. Duh. Okay, guys. I bet you it fits a lot better now. Hold on. Oh yeah. There she be. That's the way it goes. Alright. I forgot we turned it upside down to show you the other side. Now it fits really nice. Let me put one clamp on it so it'll hold it. And we'll put it right here in the middle so it holds it kind of at a nice thing. Here we go. And that's how it'll be. It'll get trimmed off flush with that edge. And it's flush here. This little piece of wood holds the lid on. These edges will get squeezed. We'll pin nail it along here, and we'll leave those ones in once it gets glued on. So that's where we're at with it right now. I'll probably mark it down here, get it trimmed off, and then we can move on to the next step, gentlemen. I don't know if I'll put it in the same video or not. We'll see how long it goes though.